Hello and welcome to this analysis. Now, in today's video, I've covered Deepak Fertilizers. Deepak Fertilizer was incorporated in the year 1979. It's a mid-cap stock into fertilizer, agri services, bulk chemicals, and real estate. In fact, it's India's largest retail destination for home interior and designs. It's the largest manufacturer of nitric acid in Southeast Asia, the sole manufacturer of prilled and medical grade ammonium nitrate in India. Its revenue breakup is chemicals are 59%, fertilizer 40%, and realty and windmill gives it 1% of its revenue. Market cap of 7,064 crores. It's got a return of equity of 26.5% with a trailing 12-month PEG ratio at a negative 0.20. In the last 5 years, the profit growth is a healthy 49.2 percent CAGR. And but what has been noticed is that there has been a poor cash generation from the core business in the last 2 years. Promoter holding is 45.63%. FII holding is 12.76%, domestic institutions 3.16%, and a public holding is quite large at 38.45%. Now let's have a look at the charts and try to decode what lies ahead for Deepak Fertilizers. Now, in the quarterly charts, you can see it's had a fantastic run all the way from 1999. Then it's a little bit of sideways from the subprime highs, and then again from October 23, this sideways of 5 years broke out till January 18, and then a full COVID low which broke below even the July 2013 low. So 5 years of gain were wiped out in 2 years of decline. And then we see a splendid rally from odd 5550 odd all the way to $1,000. That's a huge 20x return in a span of 4 years from the stock. In fact, that happened in 22 only. From there, we are seeing a decline in the stock from 2000. So in 2 years, phenomenal rally in the stock. And the it's at a monthly Ichimoku baseline support of 550 currently, with a resistance around 850, 750, and then 850 for the stock in the quarterly charts. In the monthly charts, it's broken below the Ichimoku baseline, very close to the Ichimoku cloud. Cloud is not that strong support in the current scenario in the monthly, but the monthly support is at, if it slips from here 550 or the support is at 450, then 375, which is crucial. 450, 375, and then all the way down to 250 is where the next support is. So this 450 to 375 levels are very interesting because we can see the prior October 18, January 18 highs out here, and then again an attempt in August 21 at that same place from where the market then broke on the upside. So could be a pullback happening to its neckline of breakout near 425, 375. That would be value buying opportunities on the downside. The monthly resistance is at 750 odd levels, the Ichimoku baseline out here, which is quite far for the time being for the stock. Let's have a look at the weekly. Now, in the weekly, before I go ahead, let me show you there is the possibility of a bearish head and shoulder pattern out here. It broke below the pattern in the month of March, but then it bounced back sharply from there. So, is if this is a bear trap, then we should this line of 517, so 515, 10, 510 to 520 should be protected in case of any dip, because if that were to happen, we could see that possible 450, 475 levels coming, maybe even a little bit more, because the head is quite far from the neckline, could take place in that case. So a very important short term to medium term support at 510, 520. Where is the resistance in the weekly? The weekly resistance is at 625. So only above 625 we could say that this is a possibility of a a bear trap confirmation. Now stock trying to push its way up that case. So 625 and then all the way to 775 is the next resistance in the weekly for the stock. Let's come to the daily. Daily again, you can see out here that give us this breakdown has given a very sharp recovery from there, from where we can see some good action. But again, it's in a very tight range compared to other fertilizer chemical stocks. The daily resistance is at 500 and out here at 575, which is the Ichimoku baseline, and then at 600 and then 675. Now, interestingly, here also we can see at 600 there were attempts to break down. It failed in the month of November, and then again in the month of April this year, end April, tried to go and sustain above 600. Couple of candles gave up. So this 600 in the daily, very crucial resistance for a major trend from this angle. Next big one, 775 above this, if it manages to push its way up. But keep an eye on the 600, 675 levels going forward. Daily support is at 540 and then at 515, which is that crucial weekly support. Any breakdown below this might not be a good thing for it in the short term. So now we know that crucial level is 515, and at least above 625 the stock will start negating the particular pattern in the downside. So now let's try to see where is the upside possibility if it again resumes an uptrend and pushes its way above, negates the bearish, the head and shoulder pattern, starts pushing its way up. So, like we discussed, 775 is a big resistance for it. Let's see if it wants to, if it starts pushing up above this 750, 775, which is the weekly, monthly resistance. Where can the upside, a new ATH target, where's the next big resistance from a medium to long term if this, continues to rise? So that would happen around 1000 and then 1300. So but for that we need to see the stock start sustaining above 750, 775. That's when the smart money will try to, growth momentum push will come there. Else they will probably not think of entering before aggressively before 375, 350 odd levels in that case. So overall scenario is stock is not in a very bullish zone right now, and at the same time you one has to wait for a major resistance to come, uh, and then we could see some profit taking in case it has to further go down, or a breakdown below 515 is where, yes, we could see a longer correction, and the stock has a history of doing that. We can see we saw that in 2018 to 2020. So nothing new about this stock when it comes to deeper moves and even aggressive upsides. What we witnessed in the monthly and quarterly charts. If you look at the quarterly charts again, yeah. So you can see moves after corrections are also sharp. So stock has a tendency to do large moves after every swing high and low. So I hope this video is of help to you. So please do like it, share it, and do follow me for regular stock outlook ups and analysis. Uh, a disclaimer: this is not a trading investing advice to you. This is a video purely on educational basis based on the study of Ichimoku, classical chart patterns, and Fibonacci. Before you take a final decision on the stock, please do your study properly, manage your risk, and always respect the trend. With that, I end this video. Happy investing, everyone.